Hello, I'm now talking to you from sunny Florida. As I said in my last video 2 weeks ago, in the middle of this pandemic, my partner got a new job in Florida and it called for us to move in the midst of all of this. So that was a bit of a challenge, but it seems appropriate when you talk about leadership to also talk about maybe doing something crazy like moving in the middle of a pandemic, because leadership is all about adapting and adjusting to new and changing situations. And a move certainly is that. We packed up the house, we hired movers and they packed up the house. And fortunately they all wore gloves and they loaded the truck and they all wore gloves. And I stayed as far as I could from them in my own home while they did their thing. For the most part, they want you to stay out of their way anyway, so that works out pretty well. And then you drive across country and you're in a car by yourself, and so you don't speak to anybody, and you use rubber gloves at a gas station. And you use rubber gloves when you go inside to the gas station to use the restroom or to buy a bag of snacks or to do any of that. I didn't really buy any snacks, I brought my own. But you still use your rubber gloves and you adapt. And you marvel at the quiet roads, and you're flabbergasted at driving through the city of Atlanta at 6 p.m. on a Friday night and not even having to slow down. I mean, there were cars on the road, but there was no traffic. There was no rush hour. There was nothing that I would expect on a Friday. And so the people of the country are adapting, as are you, as am I. And so part of my adaptation as I move, as you might be able to tell, is I cut my hair. I was able to get into my hairdresser before everything went really sideways and squirrely. She and I took appropriate precautions, but I needed to cut my hair because my hairstyle, which I loved dearly, will not work in the humidity of Florida. It'll fall down, it won't look good. And moving to a new place, it takes a while to find a hairdresser, right? So you gotta figure out, you're gonna let your hair grow out. And that cut wasn't gonna grow out well. It was cut very shaggy to do what it did. So I went super short, and it'll grow out for as long as we're here. Maybe God forbid this goes 6 months, but I'll have longer hair by then. But again, I really kind of just wanted to talk about adapting today. This is weird. This is a strange post. I know I can hear myself feeling a little disjointed as I speak today, because I'm in a brand new house that we were able to rent. It's a lovely home with a beautiful garden in the backyard. It's a great Florida room. You can sit out in a screened-in patio and enjoy the weather. But I'm sitting here for a week with no furniture. And so I'm quarantined in a home with no furniture. Fortunately, I've got my computer, I've got my iPad, I can watch Netflix, and I can communicate with all of you via these videos. We can do video chat, we can catch up. If you too are having, if you're having an easy time or a difficult time, whichever kind of time you're having as you're trying to adapt yourself to these changing conditions and this new environment and this new way of living as we sit at home, sheltering in place and separate from those that we know. I'm available. Let's chat. Let's jump on a video call and have a good long chat and keep up with each other. Because connection is the important thing. We've been asked by this virus, I believe, to go quiet. I'm not the only one saying this. I hear this from people are channeling this message from all over the world. But this virus is asking us to shelter in place, to get quiet, to embrace solitude, to eliminate distraction. It's calling us to remember how connected we all truly are, and that we can find ways to stay connected without being all up in each other's business and up in each other's face, right? We go to the store and the aisles are emptier, certainly of goods. There's still people there, but we're trying to be more cautious. People are friendlier, and we're connecting that way. But we can connect this way too. So we adapt to a new way of communicating. We adapt to a new way of connecting. This is what leaders do. You're a leader. I'm a leader. We're all leaders in some way, shape, or form. So if you need some help adapting to this situation, I'm doing all kinds of amazing and interesting and things I would not expect to be doing in the middle of something like this, right? It's adapting. It's adjusting. I've got experience with that. So if you need some help, let's talk, okay? Send me a message, we'll get on a video chat, and we'll catch up, or we'll get to know each other if I don't know you yet. I'd love to meet new people during this time. Why not? What else do we got to do, right? Anyway, take care. Please stay safe. Please stay at home and please shelter yourself and protect those in your life as well as those you don't know, so that we can all come out of this the other side, and we will come out of this the other side more connected than ever, and healthy and safe and loved.